All right. Welcome back to another segment that I will try for a video breakdown. This will be my second attempt at this. This one will be much shorter than my first attempt at these video breakdowns, but I'm trying to make this a more regular thing. I'm trying to keep it more relevant, uh, or more current, I should say, with current events. So this one came out 6 days ago, or 8 days ago now. This is a dash cam video from the police involved shooting of Leonard, which, of course, there's already a bunch of news stories going out saying how he was exonerated after being previously in prison for 16 years and stuff like that. But in the context of this video, that really has nothing to do with it. But yeah, we're gonna try and break this down today and see what you guys have to think about it. So first, I'm gonna just play it, and then we'll kind of go from there. It's not a very long video, so we'll play it and then I'll break it down. So here we go. The truck on the left that just went, that's the one that is going to be stopped. So he is going faster than the flow of traffic, but how fast he's going, we'll see. So again, this is just dash camera. Obviously, he's pulling him over already. Trying to get into the right lane, but there's a lot of semis and stuff. He's now speeding up, which is probably just to get on the other side of these semi trucks and stuff to pull over, but we'll see. There's a call out saying going 105 in the shoulder. Returns a white Subaru Forester, if that's this. Oh, he ran the plate wrong initially.
Step out! Get out! Get out! Put your hands back here.
I ain't doing shit.
Put your damn hands back here.
Who are you?
Staff Sergeant Aldridge, Sheriff's Office.
My name is Al Wade.
I don't care. Step to the rear of this vehicle.
In the name of who?
In the name of the law of the state of Georgia. Step back here now or you're getting tased.
I think that's a new Taser 10.
I'm going.
Could be wrong. With the green.
Put your hands on the back of that truck.
Do you see that?
Put your hands on the back of that truck.
The back of the truck.
Both hands. Turn around. 34, Camden, send me another unit. One non-compliant.
Your name is Officer who?
Staff Sergeant Aldridge with the Camden County Sheriff's Office.
Who county?
Camden County. Put
Camden
your hand
County.
behind your back.
Do I have a warrant? Wait. No. Excuse me.
Either put your hands behind your back or you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now.
Why am I getting tased?
Because you are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving.
I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Okay, so that's a speeding ticket, right?
Sir,
Incorrect.
tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses.
I don't have a ticket in Georgia.
You do now.
Why?
You passed me doing 100
Okay,
miles an
criminal
hour.
offense and what? Am I going
Hands
to jail?
behind your back. Yes, you are going to jail. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Guys hit him with his asp.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
That's where he shot him.
Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Camden, shots fired! Shots fired, Camden!
It's too late. That's an armored truck driver to the right.
Do not get up! Stay down! Stay down!
This is a little cut off.
Stay down! Camden, shots fired! Suspect down! Can you send me help? Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Camden, are you clear? Stay down! Do not get up!
You all right? You got backup coming?
Yeah.
Skip go ahead.
Cover him.
Oh. Well. At least the cops having armored truck guy help with that, I guess. Okay, put him in cuffs. Okay, so it's about halfway through. Now, let's talk about a few things. Quite a few things. First things first. The way this all was approached. When he tells him to step out of the vehicle, fine. But then right after that, you're by yourself as a police officer. This is where him as a police officer, obviously he let his emotions take the best of him in the beginning. Tell him get out of the car, putting himself and that guy in an unsafe situation when he's by himself, when he very clearly tells the guy he's under arrest. I shouldn't say he's escalating the situation, but he's definitely not bringing it down at all. And that's important because if you're already intending on arresting this guy, then you should be calling for backup. He did call for backup eventually once the guy came out and became non-compliant, as he went over the radio and said. But there's a few factors to look at here. First being when he tells him to step out, come to the back of the vehicle, the guy's initially non-compliant. And you could tell. You could tell, even from the very beginning. Right when he tells him to get out of the vehicle, starts with this whole "don't touch me" stuff.
Out. Put your
Tries
hands
to-
back here.
Right here, I ain't doing shit.
Put your damn hands back here.
So right here in the beginning,
Put your hands back here.
already puffed up chest. I shouldn't say squaring up, but he's got a puffed up chest. Tell him I'm not doing shit. Cop tries to touch him. He does the whole "don't touch me" thing.
Put your damn hands back here.
Who are you?
Staff Sergeant of the Sheriff's Office.
My name.
He says, "Who are you?" You know he's a police officer. You got pulled over by him. You pulled over. You know that he's a police officer already. And then starts the argumentative stage of this whole thing. Now, couple important factors here. Cop pulls his taser out. Good. When the cop tells him he's under arrest for speeding, and then this whole argument back and forth of, oh, well, it's a ticket. No, it's not. There's a lot of places, and I looked up where I'm at in Illinois. In Illinois, if you're going over 35 miles an hour, it's a Class A misdemeanor, which means it's an arrestable offense, which means you can go to jail for it. And there's probably a lot of other states. This is Georgia. I don't know the exact law, but there's a lot of states where you can get arrested for reckless driving. Reckless driving is going an excessively large amount over the speed limit. If he's going 100, speed limit's 70 or 60 or 65, whatever. He's probably got an arrestable offense. Or, like this cop states, a ticket is a criminal offense in Georgia, which means you could still at least be placed in custody. And then if you write to a ticket, then he lets you go. And that's it. Now, a couple bad things for the cop here.
I don't care. Step to the rear of this vehicle.
Already it starts with this. You can see right here. The cop's radio is on the right side, and he struggles getting the radio because he has to reach over with his non-dominant hand, with his left hand, to reach the radio. His radio should be on the left side. I don't know what he's pointing at there, where he says you see that.
Both hands. Turn around.
This, see, he doesn't struggle too much here, but he definitely struggles when he's calling for backup afterwards. One thing that I always make sure to do, I have the radio on my left-hand side, and I've got a radio mic. I know a lot of people hate it. I know there's this whole false perception still of, oh, well, you can get choked with your radio mic. I'd rather have my radio here to where I can call for backup immediately and have my radio easily accessible. That outweighs any kind of nonsense perception that someone might have of the radio. That's kind of like a whole felony traffic stop. I hate the concept of it, but that's a whole nother video. So then right here, he's got him compliant. He's got his hands on the truck. But instead of leaving him there when he's asking for backup, then the cop goes in to try and arrest him. Tell him to put his hands behind his back. He doesn't. And at that point, he is not compliant. Could he tase him? Probably, especially in most states, in most jurisdictions. At that point, he has enough to tase him. And then that's where the fight's on. At that point, you should be just talking to him and trying to keep it neutral until backup shows up. But instead, he tries to go ahead and arrest him himself.
Put your hands behind your back or you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now.
Why am I getting tased?
Because you are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving.
I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding?
You passed me.
You were
doing
speeding.
100 miles an hour.
Okay, so that's a speeding.
He admitted.
Right?
He admitted
Sir,
it. He
tickets
admitted
in the
speeding.
state of Georgia are criminal offenses.
I don't have a ticket in Georgia.
You do now.
Why?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
And what? Am I going
Hands
to jail?
behind your back. Yes, you are going to jail. Hands behind your back.
The spread was a little too tight. Maybe if he spread out a little bit more, the spread was decent. It looks like maybe you're supposed to cut the hemispheres. It looks like he might have gotten one in the lower back and one in the ass cheek, but he might have been a little off. Not too bad. But again, getting up to this point, he should have slowed it down. And this is where personal preference, but you shouldn't be telling this guy he's under arrest. You should be telling him either he's detained or I'm just placing you in handcuffs until we figure this out. But by telling him he's under arrest, you are now keeping the tensions extremely high because this guy doesn't want to go to jail. And it's obviously we've seen, although the cop's not a mind reader, he doesn't have a crystal ball. But this guy did 16 years in prison. So he knows the consequences of going to jail. He does not want to go to jail, especially for something that he feels in his mind he didn't do. So as we see, the cop tases him, and then the fight's on. The fight's on. They tussle a lot. This, he doesn't swing at him. He knows with the taser to take the prongs out, and then the fight's on. Right here is where he gets shot. You can't really see it. The cop tries to get him out. Real classy. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. And that's where he shoots him. It's really hard to see right here. He tries to use his asp. Separate him a little bit. And then it shot him right there. It's hard to see, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's cut off when I try maximizing it. That's really annoying. Maybe it's my screen. What about this mode? Okay, theater mode's a little bit better. Nope. Well, it still shows that. I'm not sure why. But we can see, if we minimize this here, we'll be able to see this armored truck guy. The armored truck driver drives past him and then sees that the officer needs help. And then he backs up to help him.
Stay down!
So props to that Brinks truck driver.
Stay down!
Then he helps him, places him in custody. After his backup shows up,
Yeah?
there's one more thing I wanna show.
As soon as we get down here.
Sit here. You're good.
You can hear the officer. You can hear him crying. You can see he's visibly distraught. And the reason I bring this up is it's important because the narrative always gets brought up. The narrative always gets brought up about how, oh, well, the officers are cold-blooded. They didn't care. They just went and, killed another innocent man, blah, blah, blah. A lot of these officers know already, especially in the climate that we live in nowadays, that he knows that he's going to go through a lengthy court process, and he just had to take somebody's life. And contrary to popular belief, to a lot of the police haters, it does weigh very heavily on a lot of people's minds. Most officers out there do not take this stuff lightly at all, and it's very powerful that to show these emotions, because a lot of people forget that officers are humans too, just like everyone else that they interact with. So I'm going to try and keep this to 20 minutes, just because I think that's already a little too long. But my last breakdown was like an hour and a half. But here's some key takeaways for this. The officer safety is not good. The officer got him out of the car, put his hands on the rear of the trunk. But at that point, he already sees that this guy's not compliant. He's swatting his arm away. The officer called for backup, and he should have just kept it at that. He should have kept it at that, and waited for backup. But he didn't. Is he wrong? No. Tactically, wrong. Yes, he could have done better. But at the end of the day, most officers expect people to be compliant, and when you are put in a situation where they're non-compliant, sometimes you just don't think, and your mind starts racing, and then you get ahead of yourself. That's what this officer did. Did he tase him? Should he have tased him? That's to be determined. Could he have tased him? Yes. Did he tase him? Obviously. And I don't think he's wrong there as far as legally going. And as we see after that, everything kind of goes south. And there's a lot of people already talking about this video and this shooting, about how the officer's wrong, racism, blah, blah, blah. I know it sucks, but the officer's not wrong here. He's not. The officer was obviously fighting for his life. He obviously was getting He had his, if not choked, had his the offender had his hand all the way up on his throat, screaming at him, "Yeah, bitch!" If that was an officer, that officer, they'd be trying him for attempt murder for choking, guaranteed, because most places like where I work, even if your hand touches their neck, it's like, oh, there it goes, chokehold. So, was deadly force authorized? Yes, yes, it was, and that is my somewhat short breakdown of this. So hopefully that brings things into a little bit more context with this. And if I have anything else to add, maybe I'll start a second clip. But that's all I have for now. So until next time, take care.